Costuming is an integral part of stage productions. The colors, the designs, the material is all part of musical theatre fantasy. My name is Christopher Aid. Welcome to Seasons of Music. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode. Today we're in the Love Movement storage unit where they hold all the costumes. This is very exciting because we're seeing some beautiful costumes. And today join me on set is again Bernadette and Wendy Rampol, who is the head of the costume committee for the Love Movement Choir. Hi Wendy.
Hi.
Wendy, let me talk to you first. Tell me, was your involvement in the costume committee? How did you get involved?
Back to Bernadette Scott. Roughly 20 years ago, she realized, or she noticed, well, okay, she has a little talent and she can sew. Well, she found out actually that I'm a seamstress, and that's when it all started.
We have a lot of costumes in our shows, so she's a blessing to us. And she was with us for many years before that also.
36 years
36
and
years.
counting.
We'll see.
So has costuming always been a major part of the choir? Because I know you started as a church choir in St. Anne's. How did costuming become part of it?
Well, it was a St. Anne's group of church choir members, but your girl ain't gonna just have us looking boring. I have an eye for art and costumes and beauty, even like taking foil and making it look like silver. So when we had that first concert at Holy Name Convent, the 15 of us girls had long blue skirts. I was like a pencil, I was so thin. Long blue skirts and long sleeve blouses in 3 colors. It was pink, blue, and I think green long sleeve shirts. And we had something in our hair and we looked absolutely gorgeous. And we did our concert in that, and then we changed when we did music from Gospel. And when we went to St. Mary's College 2 years after, we added something to the costumes. And then when we went to Queen's Hall, now depending on the music we choose, Chris, I started to think, okay, if there's a gospel section, what would be the best way? What should we do? If we're doing calypso, what should we do? If we are doing pop, what should we do? But I have to say, who played a very important part in that is my very good friend, Barry Franceschi. Barry was the one that gave the group the name, the Love Movement. Mm-hmm. And he was a close friend. Both of us were in Marionettes for a while, and then God was calling me into this ministry. And he gave the group a name, and he would help us with our set designs also at Queen's Hall. So he was very instrumental in helping and guiding me, and God gave me the gifts as we go along and just pray about it.
So what inspires you and the committee to come up with a particular design? Is it that you'll use, is it historical, or is it based on what is happening in the country at the time, or the fashion? Do you sort of mix historical with what is happening with fashion?
Not really. It's the program, what will enhance the particular set of songs. And the only time that fashion and history that really spoke to us was when we did Dreamer on 2 occasions. And actually we could walk around a little while and see what we did, the collars and the wigs and all those things. Dreamer was in Egypt, and we had those outfits handmade, some of them by us. But other than that, if it's Broadway, what would look nice on Broadway? We can't afford those lavish costumes. Sharon did Cinderella. We looked at stories of Cinderella, and we made costumes that looked like the princess and this Little Mermaid. So it's a theme there that the music enhances things.
So is it just you come up with design, or is it a back and forth? Okay, this will look good versus this. I'm sure you've mentioned you have to go in town, build material, come back.
I kind of get some advice from 3 people particularly, Gerard, Barnes, and I talked to Wendy too. I said, this is what I'm thinking about for this. What you think? They say, yeah, I think that would work. And I go into town and walk for days and weeks and get a whole set of patterns and samples of, like, when we were doing this one there, we could see there behind you, we'll see later, I got samples, and we go with a whole set of samples to the center, and we would look through and say, okay, the children would look good in this one, the youth in that, the adults in that, and then from there we buy the fabric, and Wendy and who helped us do is Andrea Farrell, who lives
Yeah.
across the road from the center. She made hundreds of costumes for us also. So we have those two main people, and Gerard puts the little finishing touches on them.
I'll tell you a tale of the bottomless blue and his hate to the starboard he rowed. Look out, lad, a mermaid been waiting for you in mysterious fathoms below. Fathoms below.
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake. You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more are you looking for? Under the sea, under the sea. Darling is better, dumber is wetter, take it from me. Up on the shore they work all day, under the sun they sail away. While the impotent portents are floating under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. Since life is sweet and we got the beat and naturally. After we got a lot of sand, we got a hot potassium man. Each little skin and no one to win and that's why it's hotter under the water. Yeah, we ain't looking out in the mountain under the sea. Well, Alibaba had them 40 thieves, Shahrazad had 1,000 tales. Master, you in love 'cause of your sleeve, you got a friend and you never fails. You got some power in your corner now, some heavy ammunition in your camp. You got some punch, pizzazz, Yahoo and Housey, all you gotta do is drop that nap. And I'll say, Mr. Aladdin, sir, what will your pleasure be? When we take your order, surely tell me they never had a friend like me. No, no, no. Life is your restaurant, and I'm your maitre d'. Come on, whisper what it is you want. You ain't never had a friend like me. Yes, sir, we pride ourselves on service.
You're the boss, the king, the shah.
Say what you wish is your tradition. Come on, a little more baklava. Have some of column A, try all of column B. I'm in the mood to help you do. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend, never had a friend. You ain't never had a friend like me. Wow, 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 oh my, you ain't never had a friend like me.
Because I know when we were chatting earlier, when you spoke about knowing the material and how it falls on a
Yes,
person.
that's very, very, very important because before we get started on anything, the choreographers, Anisha and Janelle, they would come to me, what is the costume like and what is the flow? You know, they're not interested in colors or whatever it is, but they're looking at the texture
Right.
because they would have to plan on the choreography. So
Right.
it's you know, it's a lot, one flowing into the next. It's a team
Combined
thing.
effort,
It's
yeah.
combined,
Right.
yeah.
Combined
It's
effort.
combined.
So how do you deal with members who don't like a particular costume? This will make me look good. Is it that they conform, seeing the vision, or how does it work?
Christopher, you cannot please all the people all the time. Okay? And even me, this takes me back to at one time I was out of the choir for a bit. Maybe I was having
Have a little one, yes.
son. And when I came in, I saw this particular costume that was sleigh ride. I'm like, oh, who on earth did this? Ew. You know, and that's what you hear, like some don't like it, they
Yeah.
don't like the fabric or whatever. We will all prefer to go in nice, tight fitted stuff or whatever it is, but no.
Well, but one thing,
signature gown.
right? But one thing is when people are dressed individually, they don't understand the visual. It's only when you come up together.
together,
That's like
then you see
carnival
the
time.
beauty
Carnival
of it
time,
all,
you have a
yeah.
costume and you say, I don't really like, but when you actually see it together, then you
Yes,
understand.
you
So, do costumes fitted for particular bodies, or because I'm sure people come and go, so you don't have to be making costumes all the time. How do you manage that?
I'm going to get kudos to Bernadette again. Because when I came into this choir, our signature thing was this gown, and I couldn't understand it. But, from our first show and my first time being on stage, I thought it was, whoa. I felt so special. But if you look at our costumes, you would realize they look like one size fit all. And that's it. They're slim, like myself, wouldn't look, that kind. We all look alike, almost the same size. The difference you will see on stage is height.
Yeah, the height and the
That's
width.
a different thing,
Yeah,
because we use a lot of ponchos, and bless God for our signature gown and all of these, So we really don't see. We look so uniform on stage. So uniform.
I'm conscious of that. That we never make something that has to fit everybody. Number one, everybody's a different size in the group.
Right.
Some skinny ones, some fat ones, some short ones. So you get something that everyone could wear and feel comfortable in. You wouldn't have any low necks and armholes and backless and stuff, because some of us can't wear that again. We have pleats and all kind of things in our skin and so. But what we realized over the years, as Wendy will attest to, what happens on stage with that gown, it creates shapes. Like you could hold the gown like this and hide your face. You open it wide, or if you want to do a kind of a ballet kind of dance, you flip it up and down. And so everybody doing that is a lot of movement. So you might have 20 people on stage and it looks like the whole stage is filled. Because it goes right out. It's yards and yards and yards of material, and it's very heavy.
Roughly 5 to 6 yards of fabric.
Yeah, just
per person.
Right, and then on top of that you have whatever, and then I have something else in your head. But it adds movement. So if everybody is standing up on the stage and they all switch their hands, so you have one shape here.
Right.
And then when you do up, so you see another shape, and when you do that, it's another shape. That was God's. God is.
Love begotten, ere the worlds began to be. He is Alpha and Omega, He the source, the ending, He of the things that are, that have been, and that future years shall be. Evermore and evermore, evermore and evermore, evermore and evermore, evermore and
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through Him all things were made. In Him was life, and that life was the light of men.
Empty, formless, the darkness lay over the deep. Silent, waiting, creation is stirred from her sleep. The Father whispered His command. heavens with his hand. And there was light that filled the darkness, and there was light for all the world. And from the heights the Lord was forming morning and night. He touched the dawn, the dark was gone, and there was light.
Yet God's children turned away from his light. For generations they walked in darkness. But arise, shine, for your light is coming.
Pray, hoping, a Savior will come bringing peace. Emmanuel, slowly, growing, a star rises high in the east. Oh, glorious! Then from a manger comes a cry, as angels fill the midnight sky. And there was light that filled the darkness, and there was light for all the world. The angels' flight gives song to glory, story that night God's only Son had finally come, and there was light, the true beginning and the end, who was and is to come again, again. He is the light that fills the darkness. He is the light for all the world. He's Jesus Christ, Lord and Creator, Savior and life. Across the skies, the soul will rise. He is the light that fills the darkness. He is the light for all the world. He's Jesus Christ, Lord and Creator, Savior and life. Across the skies, the soul will rise. He is the light. He is the light. He is the light. He is the light.
So has the costumes become more extravagant over the years?
I would say that, I don't know if the word is extravagant, more interesting, because you have to keep getting better and better and more exciting, even the choice of music and whatever you do. So, and what's
going.
good is that I know Gary did an interview with Lisa Romney because she was out of the country. Lisa takes charge of the children's costumes since her girls were, when I say, after they're made to fit every child and to see who needs what and label everything. Her girls were 6 and 7 and they're now 18 and 19.
Yeah.
And she has always been there
Yeah.
measure, and it's turned a lot harder to deal with because that Chinatown and this
Yeah.
cooking and that
Yes,
hurting
yes,
and
Hi, I'm Lisa Olson Romney. I'm a parent volunteer with the Love Movement Family of Choirs. I assist in the Lights of Love, which is a children's choir with costuming. I've been a part of Love Movement. My children were here since they were 6 years old. They're now 16 and 18. They've advanced to the youth and part of the senior choir as well. Right now, we are preparing for our upcoming concerts in October. We're doing the Encanto. Children are very, very excited about Encanto. Encanto is actually a little enchanted village in Colombia. So it's all very magical, enchanting for the children. They're very excited about it. Um, it entails a lot of precise work to get costumes all ready for 80 kids. As many as 160 pieces of costumes we have to prepare for those 80 kids. And of course, we do it, we love what we do. I love what I do for Love Movement. It has kept me engrossed, it has kept me interested to see children blossom as they do. They come from many, many backgrounds. And you see, when they get together, children are children and they just, mesh and be together. So, all of you listening out there, Love Movement offers an array of opportunities for everyone. Children, parents of those children, you can volunteer in many parts. You can also gain from what Bernadette teaches the children. Every day, every session with these children, they actually pray. We have spontaneous prayer by little 5- and 6-year-old volunteers, as well as involvement for parents as far as helping Bernadette with the children, keeping them all involved, even into the youth. The youth are all engaging, and the seniors as well engage with the youth and we are a family of 3 choirs, but really a family of all of our individuals.
A mighty king, so enemies beware.
Well, I've never seen a king of beasts with quite so little hair.
I'm gonna be the main event, like cooking was before.
I'm brushing up,
On looking down,
I'm working on my role.
that's far a rather uninspiring thing. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
Everybody look left,
Everybody look right,
everywhere you look, I'm standing in the spotlight.
let every creature go for broken skin.
Let's hear it in the hood and on the wing.
It's gonna be King Simba's finest fling. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
And how did you
It's a
get
lot.
this place? Is it something that was donated?
Can I say that?
Well,
Can I tell
yeah.
a secret?
Yeah.
I don't want everybody to get jealous, but I suppose I should give credit where credit is due.
That's right.
But 20 years ago, I realized there was nowhere else in my house. I had one bedroom for myself, although the house had 3 bedrooms, and 2 bedrooms for Love Movement stuff. And the center had no more room to put things. And again, Republic Bank had listened to my call for help with sponsorship of the youth outreach program. And in talking to them, I said, oh my God, you all don't have anywhere, any storeroom somewhere that we could use. And they said, okay, you can use this. You know, it's not ours, it's theirs. But without Republic Bank, if you take this away, we know that's the end of Love Movement. According to Jean-Marc, he says we'll pack up everything in trucks and we'll have a big bonfire in Savannah, all drink and whatever. But we have some of our sets here, if you look around, and really, we have things from 40 years here stored, you know, we should really give them away. I don't think any group will want them. But
Yeah, we have some beautiful costumes, and we're going to take a look around and you know, share with the viewers what the Love Movement's costuming
just
is about.
a little bit, because it's
A
so
little
much
tint,
to
yes,
open
yes.
up and everything. You know.
So there you have it, folks. Thank you very much for joining. We will walk around and show you some of the costumes. It's been a pleasure. Joining.
sharing,
Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Bernadette,
Thank
and
you, Wendy.
sharing
Thank
this
you,
with our viewers, because people don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And if you like my costume, this is what it looks like. So thanks again for viewing, and thanks for joining in.